my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for joining me here at Tribeca Designs. My name is Rebecca, and I know you already know I love to sew. Apparently, you do too. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate those of you who continue to stick around, watch the videos, and rant and rave with me about our process of constructing garments. What a wonderful process it is. I just like sharing little tidbits of what I'm doing, what's going on here in my sewing space, my sewing room, my sewing sanctuary. And yeah, so what you just saw rather, was just me constructing one of the garments or outfits that I am going to be adding to my Make 9 series, which combined two of the Make 9 challenges that I have for myself. One is Pretty in Pink, and that is to sew a collection of garments in the color of pink. And the other is Lace Legacy, to sew several garments utilizing some of the various lovely lace fabrics that I have had the privilege to be able to acquire. So, how about my t-shirt? Can you see it? Let me show you my t-shirt. This is new. It says, I rescue fabric. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a hero. Shiro. Fabric Shiro. I know you are too, girl. So I saw this on Amazon along with my earrings that I shared a couple weeks ago. See their little sewing machines? Aren't those cute? Oh my goodness, it's the little things. I know. But since I have made a commitment not to purchase new fabrics this year, when I go and look at my current stash, I'm like, or collection, whatever you want to call it, it's all good with me. And I say to myself, wow, I got a lot of fabric. I want to go rescue some more, even though I said I wasn't going to. So anyway, this t-shirt, I guess, is something that I think I subconsciously purchased because I made a vow not to purchase more fabric. So I had to buy something, right? But I love this t-shirt. Check the link below in the description box. You can pick these up on Amazon. I bought a whole slew of different ones. They have several different ones with different sayings. If you have a Cricut maker, of course, you could probably do this yourself, but I don't want to put this much time and effort into making, things on my Cricut maker. So when I saw this for $19, I think that's what it cost, I'm like, sold. But back to the sewing. Let's just jump right in and talk about inspiration for this make that I'm sharing with you guys today. So I am super excited. My heart is full. I have already completed an entire garment with the exception of adding closures down the front of the blouse for, it's just one thing I've already done, and it's not, January is not over. And so I think I just released my Make 9 video maybe a couple weeks ago. So I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I've already got something done. So yeah, let's talk about the inspiration for this outfit. I realized that I am inspired a lot by movies, a lot of the movies that I watch. And a few weeks back, I watched a movie, or a series rather, and I think the title may not be completely correct, but I think it was called Lawman Bass Reeves. It was based on a true story about an African American man who was born a slave, but he was set free during the Revolution, and he became like a lawman. It was just really good. Who knew that this history existed? And I think it was just really a great movie to watch with February coming up, and Black History coming up, and then there was I just learned some more about our history that I didn't know about. So if you're interested, if you've seen the advertisement on one of your streaming or movie apps, go check it out. It's called Lawman Bass Reeves. But in this series, his wife and daughter wore these lovely garments that I don't really completely know the history or the correct word to call this era of fashion. It was in the mid to late 1800s. But I call them, just because this is what I remember watching on television from my childhood, Laura Ingalls prairie dresses. I love those garments that they wore during that time. And they had some that were kind of like a step up, not like rich lady dresses, but they were really nice. And I was thinking to myself, whoever constructed the garments for this movie did a great job, because they were just beautiful. And they had some of the lace bibs and trims and everything. And so subconsciously, I think I kept that in my mind. I just thought they looked so beautiful in those garments. And so I ended up pulling this pattern that I've had. This is one from the 80s that I acquired from a friend of my grandmother's before she passed. It's a McCall's. The year is 1982. Yes, 1982. Right down here. This is the back drawings. And the number is 8229. And it has all these views. You see how it has these bibs? And you can do the different views here with these lovely ruffling effects. You can change the neckline, collar, standard collar, mandarin collar. It has the cuffs with the gathers here at the wrist. And it shows gathers here at the shoulder seams. You could do the 3/4 length view as well. But I did mention on several of my videos in the past that I have several treasures. I consider these treasures that I inherited from my grandmother and her sewing friends that I have not gotten around to using in all my years of sewing. And I am very sentimental about that, and I don't want them to go to waste. And so I want to really start using the things that they entrusted me with before they passed away. So I'm so excited. I got one done, you guys. This one I was able to make, and I can't wait to show you the finished product. But really quick, let's talk about fabric inspiration. So you all know I love to shop thrift stores for different types of fibers, fabrics, clothing, different thing, anything fiber related, from the bedding department, from the linens department, just curtains, drapes, whatever, to make garments out of, because for me, it helps me be creative. It really enables me to have a unique collection of garments, etc., etc. And plus, oh, I think one of the main things is I've been sewing since the 80s, early 80s. I have acquired quite the collection of sewing related things. Let me just put it that way, just to cover the whole gamut. I've seen a lot. I've done a lot of different things with my sewing adventures. I love to upcycle. I love to design my own clothes. I love to use patterns and make things from patterns. And I combined all of these different things that I've learned over the years. And I combine them and I put those in my garments. So when I say I love to design, I love to refashion, I love to upcycle, I love to create, I love to sew, all of those different nuances of garment construction just kind of ebb and flow within my design work. But what I was trying to say is I was at the thrift shop. I have not purchased fabric by the yard from a big box fabric store. I don't even remember. Maybe. I would have to really think about it, and I haven't thought about it in a while. So I don't want to say for sure. Let me say probably at least a decade, maybe longer. I'm sure. But anyway, I don't know. But anyway, I found this This is like, I think, one of those little things that like curtains come in or something, but this is what I found at the thrift store for $2.50. And inside of this were these treasures. This lace. It's a very pale pink. It has a scalloped edge on it. And within this same package was some lining material, 2 different kinds, in fact. So let me just say that I did not have enough of either of those linings to incorporate how I wanted to incorporate it into this make. So I ended up using, let me just show you. But first, there was one other fabric in this make, and I'll just show you as I'm showing you the make. I'm looking at my list here to see if there was something else I wanted to say, and there isn't. So, now the blouse is finished with the exception of closures in the front. So what I've done here is I doubled the lace and I let my bib be kind of sheer here so that when I wear this, if I wear a pop, I can wear a pop of color under this to match my shoes, is what I'm thinking, to give me a more modern look to this. I am an advocate for modesty. That's just my personal conviction, okay? And I wanted something that was reminiscent of a combination of what I said, refer to as the Laura Ingalls prairie dresses and my childhood, like preteen years of wearing blouses with jeans. And so this was the perfect combination. Here is the main fabric that was used, which was also thrifted. It came in a package all by itself. It was brand new. Someone had mail ordered this fabric. Oh, and let's see. Here is this. This was in the package. Someone purchased this from this company. It's called, I think that says Farmhouse Fabrics. I'm reading it backwards, so I don't know for sure. Yeah, Farmhouse, where dreams are sewn. Now, I haven't bothered looking to see if Farmhouse Fabrics is still in business, but this main fabric was in a package, sealed, and this was the tag. It had a pretty little pink ribbon around it, brand new. I found it at a thrift store, you guys. And so, yeah, this is how I did my sleeves, and I'll give you guys some details here in just a second. This is a lovely, lovely blouse. I did a little something extra on the back yoke. I made the top of it lace, and then I added this extra little part across the back just to give it some more interest. There's the bottom, and here's the creme de la creme. The entire blouse is lined. If you look here, I lined it with lace on the inside. See, here is the lace lining inside the blouse, the scalloped edges. And I made the scallop edge a little bit shorter in the lining than I did on the outside, so it doesn't show on the outside. All my seams are serged. I used my serger to finish my seams. And so, yeah, it's beautiful on the inside as well as on the out. Now, you may be wondering, why does she use all that pretty lace for a lining? The reason why is because this pink cotton. The exterior fabric is quite sheer, and I wanted it to have a slightly more substantial weight to it. And also, because it's sheer, as it's being worn, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. You see how you can see the lace silhouette? Oh, my. You can see the lace silhouette through this. I wasn't going to put this on over this t-shirt, but let me just kind of give you guys a quick view for the fit. Now, I'm going to give you guys a proper styling video for this blouse once I get more of my collection together. But just a quick little look at that. Oh my. Oh. Oh, you know how sometimes you make something that just makes you feel so pretty and so dainty and girly and stuff, taking me back to my childhood days when I was a schoolgirl. So I love this make. I haven't made anything that has made me feel this young and pretty in years, and I am really happy with this. So I really appreciate you guys allowing me to show you. So this is a combination of Lace Legacy and Pretty in Pink. Let me show you the skirt. Oh, I forgot about my closure. Let me come closer. So you can see I haven't done anything for a front closure. That's the only thing left to do here. So I was gonna seek some opinions from you all. I was thinking of either using these beautiful pink vintage buttons. Had these for quite some time. I think these would look pretty. Oh yeah. Or I have something new that I think would kind of lend more toward giving this a more modern look. Now, this is my new toy, or my new toys. Aren't they yummy, pretty, colorful? So I purchased, these are snaps. I purchased on Amazon. I haven't used them yet, but they have a pink in here that is, this is the actual fabric from my shirt. It matches to a T. There we go. And these are some really nice snaps. So I was thinking of maybe using these. What's cool about them is it's finished on both sides. So wow, that will just lend to the nice finishing inside of the blouse. But so it will either be those buttons I just showed you or these snaps. I even considered using the ivory snaps on the blouse for a little contrast. I even think these would look good. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think would work. I mean, both of them will work, but if you have a preference, let me know. Oh, I didn't talk about this lace trim here. So yes, that's another lovely feature of this blouse. I have two laces. This is one that I thrifted, had it for quite some time. And then this is a new one that I had purchased during the end of last year. When I was making my corsets, I used the same lace in several of my corsets, and I had some left over, and voila. Now for the skirt. So last year there was a sewing challenge, and that challenge was to sew something using a free pattern. I didn't find a free pattern. I found a tutorial that did not require a pattern, and that was what I did for that challenge. And so I looked at several YouTube videos on shearing. In all my years of sewing, I had never utilized this technique in any of my makes. And when I did it last year, the process was so satisfying for me, and the results were super satisfying, that I knew that I'd be doing shearing again in the near future. And so my husband loved it too. He loved the little outfit that I made utilizing this same, technique on the waistband. And so I've already gotten into it this year. So here's the skirt. I made this little slip slash petticoat that goes underneath out of a basic cotton. And I just, cut the scalloped edge off and put it on the bottom. So it is fully lined. And I actually did the shearing in the lining as well. And I just sandwiched them together. So the shearing, I sheared these two. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I did two separate skirts and then I sandwiched them together. Here's how I attach them. If you look closely, right here, the stitching looks a little bit different because I did a slight zigzag to marry these two fabrics together. See, they're completely stitched together. And I only did it across the center front and across the center back. So I can't wait to wear this, you guys. Looking at this just makes me, again, it takes me back, to my preteen days when I used to make lovely dresses with my grandmother to wear on Easter Sunday. And man, this collection really has my heart filled with joy and memories, and just taking me back to when I was first learning how to sew and construct the garments. So yeah, I love it. There will be a tutorial coming on how to do shearing. I am going to do a tutorial just because I filmed my process, so why not? But yeah, again, both fabrics have been completely sheared on the inside. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope that your sewing projects are bringing much joy to your heart. Don't sweat it. Enjoy the process. Sewing is a journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace and blessings.